He brings the changes of seasons and times. He installs and disposes kings. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those with discernment. He reveals deep and secret things. He knows what lies in the darkness, and light dwells with him. Daniel 2:21-22. In 57 BC, Aristobulus II escapes Rome, where he had been taken to as a prisoner, and arrives back in Judea. Soon, Roman-Syrian proconsul Aulus Gabinius divides the dormant Hasmonean dynasty or Hasmonean kingdom into the regions of Galilee, Samaria, and Judea, and establishes councils of law possessing full legal power at the holy city, Gadara, Amothus, Jericho, and Sepphoris. These synedri, each controlling a quarter of the province of Syria, except for Amothus, which is on the island of Cyprus, will administer what is to be done in matters of civil cases and criminal cases in accordance with Torah and Halakha. The one at the Holy City, however, is to be the council of the 70 elders, who form the Supreme Court in accordance with Torah. And Maccabees Aristobulus II, who has been leading a rebellion, is arrested again when his fortifications are scaled by the soldiers of the young cavalry officer Mark Antony Gabinius. In 55 BC, Pompey convinces Aulus Gabinius to restore Ptolemy the 12th without Senate approval. This is successful with the help of young Mark Antony, and some of the soldiers of Gabinius remain as a garrison to protect Ptolemy the 12th against Gaius Julius Caesar. He then hears of how Aristobulus II's son Alexander is intending to remove his uncle Adricanus II and marches to Judea without Senate approval. Amount to bore. Not only are 10,000 soldiers of Alexander's army killed, but he restores order to Roman Syria. In the following weeks after Julius Caesar and his 10 cohorts cross the Rubicon armed, Pompey not only declares civil war and fails to negotiate peace with Caesar, but meets him in battle through his generals. As the western part of the Roman Republic runs red, Aristobulus II is released by Caesar in hopes of making Judea Caesarean instead of Pompeian. Upon his journey back to Judea, he is poisoned by Pompeians, and his son Alexander is executed at Antioch by Metellus Scipio. Now John Hyrcanus II is the undisputed leader of the Judeans, apart from the Pharisees and their unrighteous colleagues. However, this is only in regard to the turban, not the crown. In 47 BC, Julius Caesar appoints Hyrcanus II Ethnarch, restoring the crown to him. However, as he is strong in Judaism, but weak in politics, Hyrcanus II relies on his head political advisor, Antipater the Edomite. However, though Hyrcanus has the crown and turban, and is undisputedly so, this does not mean he lacks enemies. His only living nephew plans to seize both the crown and the turban. As to complicate matters even more, Antipater the Edomite, Hyrcanus II's head political advisor, appoints his eldest son governor of the holy city and youngest son over Galilee. Antipater was a Hasmonean court member who, back in 64 BC, had informed Hyrcanus II of his brother's plot against his life. In 43 BC, Gaius Longinus, while collecting the troops for the Liberator's civil war, demands $15,775,200 or $1,286,250,000, depending on if it was in gold or silver, from the late Hasmonean Judea. In order to collect it in a timely manner, Antipater tells his two sons to split the cost. When Malchus, one of the tax collectors, refuses to collect, Antipater saves him from execution by giving Cassius $2,253,600 or $183,750,000, depending on if it was in gold or silver, from his personal purse. After multiple attempts to murder him, Malchus manages to have Antipater killed through Hyrcanus II's cupbearers. In 42 BC, Antigonus II Matthias and his brother-in-law Ptolemaeus attempts to put his plans into action. However, the son of Antipater, the Edomite, defeats him. Antigonus II flees to Parthia, which has soldiers fighting in the Liberators' Civil War under the command of Mark Antony and Octavian. He eventually makes ties with Orestes II. In 41 BC, Mark Antony receives accusations against the governors of Galilee and the Holy City. The governor of Galilee gets the charges dismissed, only to get charged again by the Great Sanhedrin. At Antioch, Antony dismisses the charges again and appoints them as tetrarchs, or rulers of a fort. Here is the final conclusion. Now that you have heard everything, fear the Lord and keep his mitzvot. This is what being human is all about. For the Lord will bring to judgment everything we do, including every secret, whether good or bad. Ecclesiastes 12:13-14.